Hey guys, are you living your life like it's a marathon or a sprint? TED speaker Angela Lee has a message to share about the key to success, and that is that success is not determined by IQ, but by the unique trait that some are born with and others developed over time. Great. So what exactly is great? Great. According to Angela, great is like living life, like a marathon, not a sprint. Great means following through our long-term goals, persevering through challenges and hurdles, and never taking your eyes off the goal. It means having enough. Talent and grit are not related. Angela spent many years teaching. During this time, she noticed that her students' IQ was not the only differentiating factor between her best and her worst students. She realized that some of her stronger students did not have high IQs, and some of her friends with high IQs weren't doing so well on their grade. Angela discovered that any of her students, regardless of their IQ scores, could learn the material. Angela taught math if they simply work hard and long enough. And Angela has since become as a psychologist and study adults and kids in on different types of situations. As spelling bee, she tried to predict which students will go to farthest at Military Academy. Angela and her research team tried to predict which students will drop out and which will graduate. These same tests were applied in a number of different contexts, and what the research revealed was the single most significant predictor of success was grit. What is a big deal? Angela asked thousands of high school students from public school in Chicago to take grit questionnaires. Those students who turned out to be greater were significantly more likely to graduate. This was regardless of their family income, standardized test scores, and how safe they felt at school. How often have you heard someone complain that they were not happy in their life? Perhaps they want to start a new career or launch a business, but never actually take the action to get it started. They usually blame for their financial or work commitments as a barrier for them not taking the blunt. It's just the wrong mindset. A good mindset would be up for a long-term challenge and commitment, and good for a way to work towards the new career or launch the new business around just solid commitments. A great mindset would know that it may not happen overnight, but they could vary at least 30 minutes or 1 hour a day to take the tiny steps toward the goals. How do I get a grip? I get great. One of the core things that Angela talked about is about how talents do not make you great. The two are related. Grit can be built in by teaching them that failure is not a permanent condition. A group of kids were taught about how brain changes itself in response to challenge. This helped them link the idea that failure is not permanent. risk and leverage. The basic idea is if you get enough leverage on yourself, you can change any behavior or drop any unwelcome habit.